Top 5 Scariest Serial Killers Who Were Never Caught. Number 5. Villisca Axe Murder. This old white frame home in Villisca, Iowa belonged to Joshua B. Moore, his wife, their 4 children. June 9, 1912, the family of 6 and 2 little girls that were having a sleepover when the unexpected happened. This home became a grisly crime scene between the evening of June 9th and early morning of June 10, 1912. The 6 members of the Moore family and 2 house guests were found bludgeoned in the Moore residence. All 8 victims, including 6 children, had severe head wounds from an axe. A lengthy investigation yielded several suspects, one of whom was tried twice and acquitted. The crime remains unsolved. Number 4. Long Island Killer. Casting a long shadow across Long Island, New York, is a series of unsolved murders occurring along its shores. The disappearances date back to 1996, and the killer's dumping ground stretches from Jones Beach to Gilgo Beach. It's suspected between 10 to 14 people have been murdered by the same killer. Bodies have been found as recently as 2013. The bodies of 4 missing escorts, all of which had advertised themselves on Craigslist, were found in December 2010. The media dubbed the serial killer the Craigslist Ripper. 6 more bodies were found in March and April 2011. Police say these victims actually predated the previous 4 found, and they were most likely to have been killed by the same person, now named the Long Beach Killer. The Long Beach Killer remains active and at large. Number 3. Highway of Tears. Along a desolate stretch of British Columbia's Highway 16, multiple young women have disappeared or turned up dead. The first murder occurred in 1969, while the most recent incident occurred in 2006. Authorities have confirmed 18 victims, but First Nations organizations estimate that over 40 women have fallen prey to the killer or killers stalking this long stretch of road. Many allege that institutionalized racism contributed to a shoddy investigation and tragic lack of media coverage. In 2012, evidence on one of the victims pointed towards Bobby Jack Fowler as a suspect, but he was already dead by then. This case remains unsolved, and the case has dried up. Number 2. Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper is arguably London's most notorious serial killer. In 1888, at least 5 prostitutes in London were murdered by an unknown serial killer. All of these victims were working girls who had their throats slit before being mutilated by the Ripper. In 3 cases, the Ripper even took a souvenir of his kill, the internal organs of his victims. All of these killings took place between the 31st of August and the 9th of November in 1888. It was widely believed the Ripper was likely a doctor. Today, there are over 100 theories as to who the infamous serial killer could be. The killer was never caught. Number 1. The Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer is arguably the most infamous, unidentified serial killer of all time. He was active in Northern California in the late 1960s and early 1970s. Although the Zodiac Killer claims to have murdered 37 people, investigators have only been able to link him to 5 deaths and 2 injuries. He made a name for himself as he killed at least 5 people and bragged and taunted local newspapers and police with letters about his crimes. On August 7, 1969, he dubbed himself Zodiac in a letter sent to the media. A series of mysterious letters followed, containing 4 different cryptograms, only one of which was solved. The cryptogram that was solved explained how the killer enjoyed his killings and said his victims would be his slaves for his afterlife. The case was reopened when Gary Stewart, author of The Most Dangerous Animal of All, named his own father as the Zodiac Killer. While multiple suspects have been named, the case currently remains unsolved. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed. Check out one of these videos and don't forget to subscribe to support more videos.